Hello and welcome to Critical 3 Podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Tyler.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. On VT. Right, anyway, guys, welcome.
See, I was expecting you then to do the Run VT, which is why I went, welcome to the podcast. And then I was,
Anyway, guys, welcome to our Oscar special podcast. We are now in the 7-day countdown for the Oscars. So Josh is looking forward to that.
Looking forward to it. That's an understatement, mate.
It is. So, yeah, obviously, guys, as we mentioned in our last podcast, we will be live streaming the Oscars. Fun, a few beers in, bit of pizza in. Most of all, kind of our views on the whole thing in general. So
live,
yes.
Live.
Hopefully, some of you will be staying up to watch that with us. So, kind of today, again, in regards to the special, Josh, we're kind of just going to be going over and just talking about the films that are kind of nominated and our thoughts a week before we get into the real thing.
Indeed. Yeah, you're spot on, mate. Yeah, so we're just going to do like a quick summary and breakdown of our opinions of the films that are up for nomination, what our opinion of what film we think is going to win the Oscar for most of the categories. The ones that we think, are a bit like, ooh, which one's going to win? Because there was a lot on there, like Best Animated Picture, which we were like, oh, we know what's winning that. It's Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Best Foreign Film, Roma, 100%. There's loads of stuff like that. So we were like, we'll leave those out because it goes without saying. There's no point of us saying the obvious.
Yeah.
But there's a few that we know. There's a few kind of people up for grabs on that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give our opinion on it, and it is only our opinion. So our opinions can be wrong in your eyes, but just know it isn't a fact until the Oscars get drawn out.
No, I am. Like I said, I like kind of these discussions. I kind of like, especially Josh, obviously your views and opinions, and obviously kind of mine, because we've been friends for a long time. We do have similar views and what we say on others, but we also have very different opinions on other films as well. Obviously, we've got our next actor special coming up this Tuesday, which is obviously one of your favourite actors, which is Casey Affleck.
Indeed.
And obviously, again, not giving away too much on that, you'll kind of see that we both have two different opinions on kind of similar stuff to them. But again, that's something for Tuesday. This time we'll just kind of focus on the Oscars. So,
that was a very critical one, wasn't it, mate?
It was.
A critical one. That was actually the first Critical 3 podcast because we were. Well, I wasn't critical, but this man was. And well, what can I say? Anyway, that's for Tuesday.
Title. It's in the title.
Yeah. It's in the title.
Yeah, critical. So, yeah, Josh, have you I'll hand it over to you. The categories that we mainly be looking for in this whole special. Like I said, you did say we won't be doing the animation one, because obviously again we kind of knew we'd win that. If you want to
so the ones that we're going to run down, I'm going to do it really quick because I don't want to waste time on this.
Right.
Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Actress, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, and Best Make-up are the ones that we're doing. Right. Did you like that little up?
Oh. I know. Got it.
Pronunciation.
So right, yeah. Let's go on. Let's start off with. I believe it's Best Picture.
Go on, then, mate. Go on. Go. So Best Picture nominees.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. Are we gonna run down the nominees and then talk about them, or are we gonna talk about them as we go?
Go on. Yeah, let's run them down because obviously then the people watching, they're going to know exactly what it is, and then we'll go on our opinions. So, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, I'll Google it. I mean, The Favourite, which obviously we've both not seen. Black Panther, Black Klansman, Green Book, Vice, Star is Born, and one that you watched today is Roma.
I watched half of it today, half of it yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh, I thought you watched all of it today.
I did, mate. No, I watched half of it yesterday, half of it today, which is why I only had an hour left of it because it's 2 hour 15-minute film. Oh.
You
But
only like
yeah,
your 60-minute films, don't you?
you know my opinions on 2 hour films, guys. So, so, yeah, let's start off then at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it goes in alphabetical order, judging by. No, I'm wrong.
No.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. I was wrong. Don't matter. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Not for the first time.
Bohemian Rhapsody, mate. Film I went to go and see straight at the cinema. I was like, yes, done. Bam. I think I was like 3 days after it came out.
Yeah, it was. It is such a good film. Obviously, again, it did so much at the time for Queen, like the HMV was selling obviously the greatest hits again. I actually went to London around the time this came out, and there's a street at the back of Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when I walked down the street, there was all different like lights, and I thought they were Christmas lights. But if you look closely, it was lyrics to the song. And if you follow
Oh.
these lights to the end of the street, there was a shop dedicated just for Queen and the film, and they actually had the costume, sorry, that was worn obviously by the actors in the film.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, and again, I was in this shop, I was looking around, and I heard this noise. And if you go downstairs, there was a tattoo artist doing Queen tattoos in the shop, and it was a brilliant experience, to be fair.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It was.
That
It
probably
was.
won't happen again.
No, it was.
So there
I'm
you
not
go,
gonna.
mate.
If I had the money, and if I was a little bit more than what I was, I probably would have had a tattoo. But anyway, going back onto the film, yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. I watched it. I think I watched it. I only watched it once actually at the cinema.
Yeah, same. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna see it twice, a second time, but I didn't know what to go with. So
Oh.
I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get it on DVD. So
Not
yeah, I'm gonna get it
Blu-ray?
on DVD and see. Yeah, anything else? What? Yeah, no, yeah, on Blu-ray. Gonna get it on Blu-ray.
Wait,
Sorry.
don't mention DVD to Liam.
Well, no, you just call it DVD. I just call it DVD, even though I'm gonna get it on Blu-ray 100%. But I don't go, oh, I'm going to get that on Blu-ray today. It's just I'm gonna get it on DVD.
Yeah. So yeah, Beaver Rats, that's great.
You know, I could be even worse. I could go, I'm gonna get that on video.
Gonna get it on Laserdisc.
But yeah, so yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, outstanding film. Absolutely outstanding film. I could not wrong it. Everything about the film was right,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. If someone says to pick the wrongs in it, there isn't one for me in that.
But Rotten Tomato and IMDb seem to disagree.
Yeah. I can see kind of why some people slated it, but go on, you give us the scores.
61% for Rotten Tomato,
Okay, that's definitely
out of
there.
100%.
Yeah.
And IMDb, they did a little bit better. They were a bit more kind, and they did 8.2, which
8.2.
basically is 82%.
Yeah.
If you want to do it by percentage, so yeah. No way I'm agreeing with Rotten Tomato.
No, not all.
But IMDb, maybe. But I'd say I'd give it a good 9.
Yeah, I think in some aspects, it wasn't the film that some people thought it was going to be. So I can kind of see why some people may have ranked it a bit lower. Now, some people was a bit confused by this film entirely. They didn't know before it coming out, for example, they didn't know if this was going to be a Queen biopic or a Freddie Mercury biopic. Now, a lot of people, and obviously, if you kind of watch the trailer really carefully, it comes across as a Freddie Mercury biopic. But in theory, it isn't. It starts from Queen from the beginning to more or less kind of going all the way up to the obviously Live Aid.
It is a Freddie Mercury biopic, though.
It is, but I think people I don't know. I think people may have assumed it would be more with him regarding the illness and kind of even because, for example, biopics tend to kind of show to the end of the life. In the majority of a biopic, It goes from
Yeah.
a certain point to the end. Now, obviously, this one ends at Live Aid, which is it's a great ending. It's definitely one of Queen's biggest moments.
But it's like American Sniper. Seen that on you?
I haven't. Don't get it's up there on my. It's up
I
there
can't-
on
I
my
won't say
list.
that.
It's
I
up
won't
there on my
Well,
list.
that's the same ending. Like it leaves it as like, oh, this happened.
Right.
It doesn't like show any of the stuff that happens because it's quite you know the story because
Yeah.
if you Google it, you know the story. Basically, he goes on like a killing spree or something, or
Right.
he goes and kills someone.
Yeah.
And obviously they don't show that on the film. They just say he went on then to do this, or it's like I can't kind of remember
See-
whether he goes on to kill people or he goes on to commit suicide or something. It's something, but he like goes on to do something,
Right.
and then like they just put it in the thing. Then he
okay,
goes on to do
fine.
this. So it's the same thing. With
Yeah.
obviously, if you placed obviously the story of Freddie Mercury, I think it's probably best to do it that way.
Right. Yeah, like I
Because
said,
it's hard. Like, how would you deal with that? You couldn't just have like Freddie Mercury in a hospital bed going, "Oh, it's been a good run, guy." You know what I mean? It would be like that. Would be like just, it'd be so disheartening because you see
Right.
what you see Freddie Mercury as is like an idol. So to see
Yeah.
him so like
Yeah.
put up and weak,
Yeah.
it's nice to. Basically, the film finishes on the Live Aid performance, isn't it?
Yeah, which obviously again it's one of Queen's biggest moments, and obviously again with this film, it Queen the band, obviously the people still going, was heavily involved, and they did most of the. They actually helped with the casting, which shows. And I think if especially for them, they're not going to want a film where obviously Freddie Mercury obviously he had AIDS, that's what he died of. They look at the music video for These Are the Days. Can't fully remember the title. I think that's the song. The title of the song. Obviously how thin he was when he filmed that. They wouldn't want to, Malik performing that with the makeup, and I just couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'm kind of glad that's how the film was.
Yeah. Because it was all cheer up, Freddie Mercury. Come on, it was all like upbeat. Everything was nice. Yeah. Even the scenes where it was like he went to the hospital and he got diagnosed with AIDS.
Yeah.
Even those scenes, they were like the realization of what actually happened. Yeah. But then again, it kind of went. But you know what? Like Freddie Mercury was like that. Yeah, he was like that, wasn't he? He was like, I've got it, but you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to smash it until my dying day. Yeah. And that's exactly what the film shows, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. So again, I couldn't praise that high enough. Going on to the next one on the list is the favourite. Again, sadly, we've not watched this. We tried to watch it today, but it turns out our cinema's not showing it.
It's showing it. Yeah.
It looks different, but it looks really good. And I'm a massive fan of obviously two of the actresses in there, which is one's Emma Stone. She's one of my favourites up there with Margot Robbie as an actress. And then obviously the one, again, I can't remember her name. She's the main
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman, again, another great actress. Very funny comedian as well.
Peep Show.
Yeah, Peep Show. Hot Fuzz. You don't actually think it was murder, She's a good actress.
It's great.
So that's definitely one I want to see when it comes out. It is again, pardon the pun, it is favourite up there.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of period dramas at all, like periodic dramas, but but this one for some reason is slightly different. It's the same with Mary Queen of Scots. It's slightly different. There's something about it that I go, ooh, I might want to go see that.
Film.
For some reason, like obviously Downton Abbey. Oh mate.
No. I'm not watching the Downton Abbey.
But like it's that sort. It's obviously sat around sort of similar time, probably before that even. But it's like periodic, and I'm not a fan. But this looks funny. It's just a comedy, and it just looks fantastic. It just looks so funny, doesn't it? Yeah. So we're gonna watch it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Probably
100%.
Probably before next week. We're gonna try and find some way of watching it.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Again, I to a certain degree, obviously, Josh, I kind of agree with you with periodic films. For me, personally, it all depends who's starring in it and what is the focus on it. Downton Abbey, I'm not going to watch that. I don't really care.
Poldark.
What's that?
Poldark, mate. That's all the range, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't even know what Poldark is, do you?
No, I'm screaming.
Just don't give a shit.
Oh, that
yeah,
thing.
yeah, the pole dart with the guy with the black hair and he's got an hat on and all that jazz.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you
No,
doing
no,
there?
sorry. No.
All right, we're just gonna glaze over that, are we? What was that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're gonna glaze over that. Next one. Moving on. Black Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Panther. Again, I've not watched this film. Again, like I said, I'd rather Black Panther and why Avengers. You know.
Yeah, why Infinity War? Well,
Yeah.
it's Infinity War's a better film, I think, but there you go.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Black Panther, have you? But I have.
Have you? No,
It's a good story. Black Panther's a very good story. It's a good origin story, but is it Oscar worthy?
Nah,
Probably not.
If Infinity War's not on there now, I don't see why Black Panther should be.
Yeah,
that's kind of my view.
Yeah. Infinity War should be on there instead of Black Panther, but there you go. Next one. I'm just gonna go through the favorite Rotten Tomato and Black Panther Rotten Tomato because skip those. But favorite got 94% Rotten Tomato.
Yep.
IMDb 7.8. Just as a skip back there to finger, yeah.
Yeah.
And Black Panther got Rotten Tomato 97%.
Yep.
And IMDb 7.4%.
Okay.
So there you go.
I was a bit worried because I thought Black Panther was going to get high in the favourite, which again I would have questioned that.
It got higher Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah, I'm not surprised on that. To be fair, it's Rotten Tomatoes, tomatoes.
But yeah, next one, or have you got some more to say about Black Panther?
No. I'm happy. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, mate. Next one is Black Klansman. You haven't seen this? I have.
I really want to see it. I was so close to buying it.
It is fantastic.
I really do want to see it.
Again, nothing wrong with the film, in my opinion. Not a smidge wrong with the film. It is shocking, which is how it should be, because what happened, obviously, in the story and back in Colorado in the year that it was set, shocking behaviour. So yeah, it was shocking. The language used, terminology used in it, again, shocking, and like the actors for being as violent as they were to those words and things like that.
So there's a lot of kind of that. Obviously, that time period it's set in. Obviously, there's a lot of the N word and racist. It's heavily used throughout the film.
Yeah, and not just
for shock value.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's literally how they would talk.
That's
simple as that in Colorado, because it's like it was a racist town. It was one of the. I think it was one of the last. I'm not going to say it like a crazy fact because I don't know, but it's like obviously it's 1970s, so it was when it was starting to phase out.
Yeah.
But then obviously the KKK was, even though it phased out, the KKK was still prominent, and that was what this film was about. It's about KKK and how the black guy in it, and I can't remember his name. I feel really bad for that now. But I know the other guy's name. You know the other guy's name. Guy.
Yeah, it's Adam Driver.
Yeah.
You've got Adam Driver. Is it Spike Lee? Is that your one?
What, the other guy? Let me have a quick look. I'll be as quick as I can. The actor in it is John David Washington. That's the guy, and he is amazing in it.
Yeah.
And Adam Driver, in fact, because all it is they infiltrate the KKK, and John David Washington, he's like on the phone to the leader of the KKK, going, right, sign me up, I want to be in the KKK. But then obviously he can't go to the meetings, because he can't turn up. So then Adam Driver then has to play him going to these meetings. So, but then John David Washington's character still is on the phone, so they kind of have to use the same voice and everything. Wow. It's amazing. I get like I talk about it because it's just so good. It's so good. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Anyone that hasn't watched it, watch it because it's fantastic.
Do you know what? I kind of hope it was on Netflix. If it was on Netflix, I'll be there. I'd love to go and watch it.
It's a sort of film that would, because it's one of those ones that like go under the radar a little bit. Because it literally has. I know there's so many people that haven't watched it, but go and watch it, people. Go and watch it. It's one of those films that I think will be on Netflix in a couple of months. Anyway, and yeah, there's I wouldn't necessarily win Best Picture, but there is a category later on down the line that I do think it should win, and we'll get to that shortly. But yeah, overall, Black Klansman, fantastic film. Next one is Vice. Oh, I'm just going to say Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Well, I've got it on my list, but Black Klansman got 95% on Rotten Tomato and IMDb 7.5. So again, ranked up with the best being Bohemian Rhapsody, being Favourite, being Black Panther. Ranked up with the rest. Do I think it win the Oscar?
No.
Unfortunately not. But I do think it is a close contender, very close contender. Moving on to the next one. What's your opinion?
I've actually got the one I've got next is Green Book.
Oh, it is Green Book, yeah.
Yes.
I missed that one out.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any reviews on that. That's all right, I'll get it in a minute. Green Book, neither of us have seen it, have we?
No, again, it's one of those films. It's one I actually thought it was coming out. I didn't know it had already been out.
Yeah, I was the same.
Because I'm sure we went to watch a film like 2 weeks ago and they had the trailer on there.
And it was saying, when's Thanksgiving in America? Because it said coming out Thanksgiving on the trailer.
I didn't.
When I just watched the trailer today, it said coming out in Thanksgiving.
Ain't Thanksgiving near Black Friday?
Well, that's what it said. Thanksgiving on the trailer. Honestly, it said Thanksgiving on the trailer. But anyway. Yeah, in terms of ratings, I'm going to go do those because neither of us have watched it, so we haven't really got much to say about it. I've got one thing to say about it, but ratings 8% on Rotten Tomato. That's it. 80.
Oh, I said 8.
80%.
Yeah.
But IMDb were very generous and probably the most generous so far, with 83%. 83%, in fact. So there you go.
Yeah.
My mate did go and see it. He said it was hilarious. So it's one of the funniest films he's seen, and definitely the funniest film, probably in the Oscars as well.
I can kind of see, obviously, again, go from the trailer, in a weird way, even though, again, this is quite controversial, and obviously, again, you might disagree. I'm going to actually compare a similar aspect to Green Book and the Black Klansman from what I've picked up talking about it and seeing the trailers, and that is the fact that, obviously, again, from what your mate said in the story you spoke about earlier, they kind of, regarding onto that black culture, there's kind of that, they kind of focusing on the white viewing aspect of that within the black people and the black culture.
And now, it's all, both of them are based off of the black culture trying to write what the white people think, isn't it?
Yeah, so, I wouldn't say right, I'd say educating.
Yeah, but it obviously is right because obviously it's right. But
it's right. So
like
educate. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but like and that's what Black Klansman aims to do again, and it goes in as like the first black cop as well in the town. So it's like trying to say, right, I can do all this.
Yeah.
You necessarily can't. Give me a chance, and he gets a chance, and he slays it, mate. He does a sick job.
Yeah. And
it's one of those films that's like, yes. He's good.
Yeah, and it's like there's a line in the trailer which I think that whole scene I can picture me so good. I really want to watch this, and that's the line is obviously coming from there. I can't remember his name. It's Ali. His character. He says, "If I'm not white enough for you, and if I'm not black enough for you, what do you want me to be?" And it just looks so good. And I think as well, I think they both kind of learn from each other as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got the bit with the chicken throwing it out. He throws the bone out, and obviously all these characters laughing. And then the driver, he throws the cup out, and he makes him go and pick it up.
Yeah.
Like and it could be. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah.
So definitely
on,
a watch. We're gonna do. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so obviously moving on, like I said, we can't give too much on that because we've not watched it. But Vice is our next one, which we have watched.
Did watch them.
It's such a good film. I love it. Again, I thought it was, the style, it was very weird. It was very unlike, I've never seen anything really like this. No, I haven't. I haven't seen anything like this.
See, I have.
Okay.
Hey, it's Big Short.
Right, yeah, kind of.
Because it's by the same people. You haven't seen it, and I told you to watch it because it's good. But Big Short is by the same people. It's exactly the same style, and I think at the time that did win Oscars. I don't necessarily know what for. I didn't research that, but it did win Oscars at the time when that came out. And it was nominated for Best Picture as well, very similar to Vice. It's got a very similar editing, as we mentioned, which we'll move on to that one. We think it should win that category, but we'll move on to opinions of why that is. But yeah, it's the same. Cutaways. It's got like ridiculous cutaways and stuff like that, just to like set the mood, and that's exactly what Big Short. So it is literally made by the same people, so of course it's going to be the same style.
Well, like I said, because I've not seen it, like it kind of added that kind of enjoyment for me. Again, Christian Bale. Again, what an actor! He does the role so well, and he's so entertaining to watch. And again, kind of continuing on that is
even with a boring and monotone character.
Yeah,
because that's what Dick Cheney was known for, wasn't it?
Yeah, like it was very
in his speeches and stuff. He was like monotone, wasn't he? And people didn't like him for that. So to be like entertaining and a monotone character.
But yeah. Like I said, it was kind of entertaining because obviously they kind of go into the aspects of what he's thinking, and everything he does is potentially for his benefit. Like when you think about it, the whole premise of the war and kind of what he did and what he started, his oil company made so much, and it was such a good kind of thing, a story to focus on. And yeah, like I said, it was. I kind of lost what I was going to say just before that, to be fair, but that's it. Because again, it's one of those films. If you know nothing about American politics and how it works and what titles are what, I think I do believe you'd find it hard to follow, and you kind of hard to see who's important and who isn't.
But you do learn a lot.
You do learn
from
a
it.
lot.
And I think even if you think you know a lot about American politics, this will twist your view on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. But it's weird because by the time I watched this, I was actually watching House of Cards.
Yeah.
So again, it was like a lot of American politics, a lot of who's doing. Then I went to watch this, and I was like, okay, now I see who was involved at this time. I see what role he was playing, and it is a really good. And even at the beginning, they even turn around and go, the facts. So they mention something about the facts, don't they? They basically just said, fuck it, we tried our best. If you remember, I don't know if you remember that bit at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
I
think so.
Yeah.
I can't. That's the beginning of the film, mate. Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, no, that's close in it as well. That's another one that's close to winning, maybe.
Yeah. The only thing I think that will stop Vice from winning is kind of the score, the views is what obviously you've got there, and maybe the public. Would you ever say the public or the critics' view on this?
Yeah, so IMDb gave it 7.2 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato gave it 66%.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. It should easily both have been in the 80s. Maybe. Yeah, 80s. 80s, no lower, nothing lower. If you really did enjoy it, no lower than the 79, I'd say.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Having seen Roma, which I'm going to move on to now, just so I can say this and compare it to it. Yeah. Roma, I think, is maybe on par with Vice, maybe a little bit lower than Vice, and that got 96% Rotten Tomato and IMDb 7.9.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
where's the consistency there? Yeah. I don't agree. I don't agree with the 96%. I agree with something like
you said
90, high 80s.
Okay, yeah.
I'd agree with something like that, but not 96%. The only thing that lets it down is a storyboard, Roma.
So what about, you also mentioned a bit of the acting as well?
The acting, there's nothing special in the acting, but I don't know whether that's because it doesn't translate well to English. I don't know, because the kind of like the script work and things like that, it doesn't pick up well in English. And like I say, I don't know whether that's because in Mexican it's like meaning something else, but obviously the rough English translation is that, which hence why you might get a bit of lost in translation, kind of interpretation of emotion and stuff like that. I think it's very hard as well with a subtitle film. to get the full emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because obviously you're reading the subtitles, so you're not necessarily listening to what they're
Yeah.
saying and
Yeah.
what emotion they're portraying that in. You're
Yeah.
just kind of reading the subtitles and you're portraying that in the emotion that you think it should be
Yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you there.
And the music that got lost for me because again it was subtitles and things, so I didn't notice any music in it. Funnily enough,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did not.
Because you're
I
not
know it's
listening.
like yeah, I know it's nominated for like music score, but I was like, what music? That's literally I don't know. So yeah, it's a good film and it's very good in other aspects other than the storyboard, and I wouldn't necessarily say the acting because the acting's just kind of like average, but there's nothing that stands out about it.
Monotone. Would say it's
No,
monotone.
not monotone. It's not that. It's that. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, they're acting. I mean, it's just average. It's just average action. There's nothing like I'll go, yes, they should get best actor. They should get best actress.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. It's the fact that I just believe that it's just bang average. They're in a good film. So they've got good characters to play off, which all the characters in it are good.
Yeah.
It's just the acting's kind of mediocre. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's mediocre. It's nothing that stands out about it at all, in my opinion. So, but again, I think that translates just because of how it translates over to English. I think that's the only reason why I think that. Have you got anything to say on Roma?
No. I've watched the trailer. There's a few good shots on there. Kind of go for cinematography, which we'll touch on later. It's kind of what was shown in the trailer, the story. Did it grasp me? Did it make me want to watch it? No, but it did make me curious as to kind of see why it's nominated. So let's say, like I said, obviously me and Josh, we have different opinions. I might watch this and love it, say it's the best film ever made. I might watch it, say it's the worst film ever made. But like I said, I'm interested to see why it's there. Am I interested in to see it first? Like, want to see it now? No, I'm not.
I don't think you'll think it's the worst film ever made, but I do think you'll think it's a bit like in between. There's no like best film ever made, worst film. It'd be like a kind of like, oh yeah, it's okay, it's all right. But like I say, there's aspects in it that you go, wow, and it's only a few aspects, which I think then moving down the list of kind of the categories, maybe it should win some of them. So again, we'll move on later on in regards to the categories.
Yeah.
So obviously one of the films that we haven't, one of the categories that we haven't included was foreign film, which it will win foreign film.
Yeah, even though I've not watched it, I kind of know it would anyway. Like, look how well it's done so far. It's going to win it. 100%. So last but not least on this subject, Star Wars Born.
Yeah. You haven't seen that, have you yet?
No, I really should have gone when it was out. Do you know what? I think I actually got... Obviously, I booked like 2 tickets twice to see it, and I never went in the end.
Yeah. It's very good. What can I say about A Star Is Born?
I love the soundtrack. I've listened to that. That's great.
Yeah, soundtrack's really good. The adaptation from screenplay that it was, obviously, it was like twice, I think it's been made, and this is the 3rd time. I believe. I know there's an original, and I'm sure there's another one, but I might be wrong.
I think this is even the 3rd or 4th, actually. It's been made quite a few times.
Yeah, but I know there's an original one that's on Netflix at the moment, so if you want to go and check that out before you watch the new one.
Advertisement.
But, yeah, I think... I don't know. It's very good, and they're both very good in it. Obviously, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga are both very good in it.
Was it his directing debut? Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know, to be honest, mate. I'm
really sure that was his first film. I could be wrong. Again, do apologise if I am.
But yeah, I think that got Rotten Tomato 90% and IMDb 7.9%. So again, Rotten Tomato scores lower than The Favourite and lower than Black Panther, Black Klansman. Yeah. I think it's in the running again for winning an Oscar.
Definitely for is going Best Picture. I would definitely put it higher than Black Panther. Of course, like how well it's done. I would kind of say it's between, and this is kind of going from the audience and the critics kind of say response that they've got from them. I'd say the top three to get Best Picture is obviously number one is The Favourite, either Bohemian Rhapsody and then Star is Born. I kind of
Yeah,
see them being the main running three.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, I would put Vice in there, and I would put Black Klansman in there.
But I think
But
again, Black Panther was one that went under
they're,
the
they're,
radar.
they're all good runners. They're all good runners. Even Black Panther's a good runner. There could have been better runners, but it is a good runner. Um, but I think I've got to give it to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. For me personally, I would give it Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's what we're
Uh,
here to do, mate. It's our opinions.
yeah, but saying that, yeah, I'd rather give Bohemian Rhapsody. Me personally, I'd rather give it them or Vice, just because I love that film. I
I
thought for me that was so unique. I've never seen obviously by the people who made it. Also, you have said was it Big Short? Come on.
yeah,
Obviously, I've not seen that, so I couldn't compare it. But because I've not seen it like that, it was Best Picture because I went in there not expecting much, walking out thinking this is so good. Because all I was expecting was a good Christian Bale performance, but
overall,
instead I got a fantastic performance from everyone and
Steve Carell,
yeah. Oh man, again, so good in that. He's so
so good.
good.
Yeah,
Honestly, he's so underrated at times, and the story was interesting. Even watch the end credit scene where it even breaks kind of the lore of the
awful.
film.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
rather than it being set in the time that the film is, it comes straight to modern day. It was so unique. So that's
yeah,
me.
yeah. So I think personally for me, it would either be Black Klansman or Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Bohemian Rhapsody because I enjoyed the film so much,
yeah,
but Black Klansman for what it is as a film and how much it pushed boundaries and things like that for me that I would like to give it. I know it won't get it.
no,
Unfortunately, it saddens my heart to say it. I know it won't get it, but I would like to give it to it. I
yeah,
would. I just would.
definitely.
Yeah. Next category. We'll move on. Best actor
That's right.
first, and then
Yeah,
we've got actress follow. Pull them up. But we've got.
there's one that I'm surprised on this.
So we've got. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, because yeah, we've got Brad Cooper. I say the one I'm surprised on, which we'll get to, is William Defoe.
Yeah, so we got Bradley Cooper, William Dafoe, Rami Malek,
Yeah,
Viggo Mortensen, who's out of Green Book,
yeah.
and Christian Bale in Vice. So Rami Malek's for Bohemian Rhapsody. William Dafoe is for At Eternity's Gate, which I've never
Which
seen.
no film I don't know about on that. I
And
don't.
then obviously Bradley Cooper's for A Star Is Born, as we know already. Now, I don't know if you want to go down and break down the performances or whether you just want to give our opinion on this one.
Yeah, we'll just get opinions on this one. Again, we can touch on performances from the ones we've seen. Again, I'm going to start with Christian Bale, Vice. Would I say it is his all-time role? No. But
Mm.
would but I can see the appreciation and the work, especially the hard work that Christian Bale put into the role, and I think it definitely elevates him,
Yeah,
and it proves that he is a good actor.
I would say you're about to see him in a lot more films recently. I know he's
I
been in
think
a
I
lot
am.
anyway, but I'm saying he's going to be in a lot more biopics going forward now.
Yeah, that kind of says, look, obviously he's done Batman, he did American Psycho, he's done, even as a kid, he was a kid actor.
The
And
Machinist.
yeah, obviously the amount of dedication, the dedication he puts onto his body. Like,
Yeah, so
even he's
Machinist, he got
commented,
dead skinny, didn't he?
yeah, even he's commented on him that it's affected his health, even
Yeah,
for his lifetime. I think he
yeah.
has a certain few issues, but it doesn't stop him, and it didn't stop him for Vice. And
And
as
thank God, because those performances, mate.
yeah, yeah, as and also
There we
yeah,
go. That's what
definitely,
we love.
definitely, and obviously as us two coming from studying acting and studying that art, it I really appreciate it, and it's a great thing to see.
Mm. Um, And I think Vice, he put on weight, didn't he, for that?
Yeah, a lot of
And
weight.
quite a bit.
A
Yeah.
lot of weight. He also did for
Um,
American Hustle as well, I believe.
yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, probably not as much as
No,
Vice, but he did. Yeah. I think there was a film where obviously he had Machinist, and then he bulked up. Was that for Batman?
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing. How can you go from that skinny to like bulking up and looking
yeah.
like he didn't? Oh, mate, crazy. Um, Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born. Again, another front runner, I would say, but not gonna win it.
No, well, he's a good actor anyway. Would I give him an Oscar for it? No, I'll definitely give him a BAFTA. Or like that, but I'll definitely give him an Oscar for it.
And he hasn't won a BAFTA, so that goes to show, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And he's very good in it. He obviously is acting like a drunkard, which he is in the film, and kind of like an alcoholic. And he puts on like a thick accent, which I don't think he has anyway, does he? Really? Doesn't have a thick accent.
no, he doesn't.
But he puts on like a slurry accent, and he's a singer. Obviously, that's what the film's about. Two singers that come together. Very, very good performance. I'm not going to take it away from him. Very, very good performance. GG Bradley there, mate. You're welcome. But unfortunately, mate, the Oscar's not for you. I do apologise. The William Dafoe. I don't know if you want to talk about that. I've never seen the film.
No.
Rami Malek. Well, what can I say?
Do you know what? It's like I would want to give him an Oscar for, should I say, his effort. Would I want this to be my Oscar film? I don't know, because the film's
but the thing
good.
is, mate, he's still he's almost method acted like Christian Bale. So that's what's good about it, is we've got like two people that have done a similar sort of thing, and he's really devoted to playing Freddy, and he's really played him very, very well. Yeah. I don't think you can knock the performance he's done, really.
No, I kind of agree. I think the top two is definitely Rami Malek and Christian Bale. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. But saying that, even though I've not seen the film, but from what I've seen, I could think, Viggo Mortensen. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too shocked if he won it.
Yeah.
Just because, again, as a performance, it does look outstanding. And again, it's a bit off me 6 months to see the film, but it looks like, again, they'll be my top three. I think Rami Malek should win it because, again, it was a lot of work and a lot of effort that went into it, and to pull someone off who's so iconic as Freddie Mercury, you've got to give an award for it anyway. Do you know what I mean?
And he's had awards. He's had. I did write it down. Where did I write it down? He's had Best Actor in both Golden Globes and BAFTAs.
Yeah.
So he's had awards, and
give it all three. No, I mean,
just
say,
all
look,
three, mate.
Just say, look, you did something that we didn't think could be done, or to the standard that you did, and you did it. Yeah,
and I do sometimes though. It's kind of given. Golden Globes and BAFTAs can be given as consolation prizes.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, people say that, they get a Golden Globe, so they won't win the Oscars because this person will. But I think this time, I don't think that's the case.
I wouldn't mind it having a Golden Globe or BAFTA.
No, definitely not. But I think, it's obviously the Oscars, like the one that everyone wants.
Yeah, of course.
So they give it as a consolation prize. Is what my point is, and that's what people say. But I think he will. He's got to. In my opinion, he's got to. Hands down. Yeah. Christian Bale did really well, but Rami Malek topped it for me because of how well he did. Yeah. Not knowing how Dick Cheney was, I can't really compare, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
I can see that he did a good job in acting. Yeah. Was he exactly like him? I don't know because I've never seen videos of him. But I can tell you now, Rami Malek, exactly like Freddie from what I've seen videos from him. So.
Well, we'll find out next Sunday.
Find out next Sunday for sure, but my opinion is that he will. Next actor in that list. We've done it then. Yeah, never mind. Next one, Best Actress. And Lady Gaga is there. Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me?
I wanted to see that.
I want to see that. It's not out yet, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Or it's just out. One of the two.
Well,
It's not been out for a while.
Well, I'm not sure. When I looked, obviously I looked earlier because I was actually going to go to cinema this afternoon. It
Yeah.
was in other cinemas, but it wasn't in the one in Nottingham.
Oh right, because I remember going to Vice and seeing the trailer.
Yeah, that's what confused me because we also had the trailer for Green Book as well.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah. Why are they doing trailers for films that are already out? That's a bit weird. Maybe because it's the Oscars and Vice is up for the Oscar. They might get a
But
connection.
it's chucking you off because you think, oh, well, it's trailer. Oh, wait
it's going to be out in a bit. Yeah. So yeah, you got Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me? Olivia Colman for The Favourite.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to butcher this name. I do apologise. It's Yalitza Apicino.
At least Al Pacino. Hold on, let me have a try, so then we can laugh at me.
Yo, that's right.
Al Pacino?
Yeah, that's how you say Al Pacino.
No, it isn't.
Appicio.
I got, hold on, Alitza Aparicio. That's what I got.
Well, Al Pacino. Yeah, she's up for Roma. She was the housemaid, almost kind of oppressed housemaid in a household, and did a very good job. But again, like I say, bang average acting. Are you still laughing at me?
I just thought of something saying the film. It's like, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, she says that. Did I not say?
Oh, my God,
yeah, there you go. Glenn Close then is the last one for The Wife. Haven't seen that. I haven't heard anything about it really. Have you?
I haven't. No. I laughed at I laughed at the title when I heard of it. The Wife. Just don't know. I just thought it was something funny when I read it. But no, Glenn Close again. I don't know too much.
Wait. What did you think of?
No, it's actually it's
a sketch. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a little joke that I have from also one of my friends, Simon. You know, we again we enjoy watching films and whatnot, and he would get it if he saw me, he would get the joke as well.
Right.
So a little shout out there. But yeah, again, going back to Glenn Close again. So I don't know much of the guy. I don't know nothing of the film. So again, apologies there. Roma, I've not seen it. I think from kind of what you said earlier, if you was to give out the award, you wouldn't give it her. No. Olivia Colman, again, the favourite of the film, is kind of favourite to win quite a lot. She is a very good actress. But again, kind of, I want your opinion on this. Going from the trailer, would you say the film's more of about Emma Stone's character than Olivia Colman? So why is she not running for it?
No, it's not. It's about Olivia Colman.
Oh, is it? Well, yeah, it's about the Queen, but you kind of get the sense from the trailer that it's about the obviously two girls, which is Emma Stone's character and the other one, fighting off to be the favourite for Olivia Colman. So
she's the centerpiece of the thing. There was a whole thing about obviously Green Book.
Yeah.
How there's two actors in there and they can almost be on par.
Yeah.
But it's about what perspective the story is told from. That's what depicts whether it's the actor or supporting actor.
Right.
So obviously the story is based off of what's his name? What did you say? Vigo.
Yeah.
From Vigo's character's perspective. So therefore he's the leading actor. So that was something I learned from the film thing. Yeah. So that's the same as Olivia Colman. It's her perspective of what happened.
Okay, all right.
That's why.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
But yeah, she'll win, hands down. There you go.
Yeah.
Done. Right.
So yeah, obviously the next one is it's Melissa McCarthy. I'm going to be 100% honest. Even though I've not seen the film, and again, I did want to see it. I wouldn't be mad if she won it. Would I say she's a better actor than? Well, yeah, she's a good actress. Obviously, she's more known for comedy roles, and obviously, her films kind of have the same kind of thing going on. I think they are normally either produced or directed by her husband in real life, anyway. But I wouldn't be mad if she won this. I like Melissa McCarthy. I think the film looked good, and it looks again. Even though I've watched it, it looked plausible.
Yeah, I would be mad.
You would.
I would, yeah, because I just think Olivia Colman should win it. Judging by, I haven't seen the film, but judging by the trailer,
Uh,
outstanding performance,
oh,
absolutely
yeah.
outstanding performance. You can't knock it.
Yeah.
So
Well-
I would be mad if she won it
Well,
over Olivia Colman.
we know she's going to win it, but like I said, I don't think I would be mad because you can see in the trailer for Can You Ever Forgive Me, there's a lot of hard work there, and she
Yeah.
really cares about that role and she really plays on it. So I think, you know, it's again like I said, it is hard for us to say this because obviously I've not watched the film, I've only seen the trailer,
Yeah.
but I think I would be. I don't know. Would I be more mad if Lady Gaga?
I don't know. I see in the trailer for that, Can You Ever Forgive Me? I just see Melissa McCarthy walking about doing a thing. I don't see any acting in there. It's just her.
What about the bit obviously where she's in the courtroom and she goes, "No, I've had the best time of life. I don't regret it."
Well, anyone can say that line.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
I'm just saying.
No.
If you compare it to Olivia Colman's performance and even Lady Gaga's performance,
Yeah.
both of those characters had kind of a transformation in terms of character, whereas her, only judging by what I've seen in the trailer, it doesn't look like she makes much of a transformation of the character. And for me, that's one of the key factors in an acting ability, whether you can change yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't think she changes herself, judging by what I've seen from her on talk shows and things like that.
Yeah.
So, next one, best supporting actor is the next category.
Yep.
And that is Adam Driver for Black Klansman. As I said earlier, amazing performance in that. You say that, mate. You say the next one.
Mahershala Ali. I'm probably pronouncing that first bit wrong, but it's Ali. I call him Ali. Again, fantastic actor. He looks like he's great in Green Book. He was fantastic in Luke Cage. He was also in the film which got a lot of nominations the previous year. Was it Moonlight?
Moonlight, and he won it, didn't he?
Yeah. So again, more than happy for him to win it again. Sam Rockwell is in Vice.
He played George Bush, didn't he? In that?
Yeah, I wouldn't give him it though. Sam Elliott stars Born Again. I wouldn't know.
He plays Bradley Cooper's brother.
Right.
And basically, he's like his not producer, but like manager. That's the word I was looking for. He plays his manager, but he's actually his brother. And you only find out halfway through that he's actually his brother.
Okay.
Because obviously he's just acting like a manager, and you just think, oh, it's his manager, but he turns out to be his brother. And I think it's about halfway through, and you realise the strain that his brother has to go through to look after him, being an alcoholic and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he ends up walking. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but
no,
it's he's good in it, but again, no, not supporting actor. Sorry, mate.
No.
It's going to be. And Richard E. Grant in Can You Ever Forgive Me?
I wouldn't have gave it him.
No.
I myself.
So I think the two front runners, Adam Driver.
Yeah.
And Mahershala Ali. Did I say that right?
Yeah. I'll put you there. Yeah, Ali or Adam Driver easily. Sam Elliott, no, just because. No, I just want again Richard E. Grant. It doesn't look like, even in the trailer, I thought Melissa McCarthy's kind of role and performance look better than his anyway.
Well, that's
And
Sam Rockwell.
Go on.
No, Sam Rockwell is just like he played a good George Bush, but it wasn't like he is George Bush. It wasn't like a defining.
It wasn't a supporting actor either, really. Like I would have thought that Thingy was more of a supporting role in Vice to Christian Bale's character. And
Who's that?
That's Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Yeah, he was in it more.
Yeah, he was in it more, and it was kind of. I thought he was more of a supporting actor than what Samuel Watt was to the lead actor, which was Christian Bale.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Steve Carell should be there because, like we both said, he was amazing in it. Where Sam Rockwell, he wasn't that great. I've seen him in 3 Billboards, and he was very, very, very good in that, and he won Oscar for that performance, I believe.
Yeah, I think sadly, as one of the films I've not watched, it's on my list.
Oh, mate, 3 Billboards, what a fantastic film. wins Best Supporting Actor in Oscars. Yeah, he did win it last year for his performance in Three Billboards, and yeah, he deserved to because it's not only is it funny, is just violent as hell, and it's great. And yeah, so I think it will be like I say before, Mashallah Ali. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, mate. I do apologise. But yeah, I think it will be. As much as I want Adam Driver to win it again, because I do believe he did an amazing role.
I'll be happy. I'll
Um,
be happy with him to win it. I've not
yeah,
seen the film, but I love the guy as an actor. He seems like a
yeah,
really nice guy anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, either one of those I'll be happy with, but I do think it will be your man out of Green Book. Next one is Best Supporting Actress. And we've got Emma Stone in The Favourite.
Yeah.
We've got Regina King, and that's if Beale Street Could Talk. No, that's recent. That is.
Is it?
That's very recent. Yeah, and I was expecting that to be in Best Picture, but I think it was too close. Rachel Weisz, who against The Favourite, so Emma Stone and her are kind of the two ones competing for. Yeah. And Marina Di Tavira, yeah, out of Roma, she's the mum in that of the kids. Supporting actress, yes, she was a supporting actress. I will say that. Not great in it. There's not really much I can say more about her.
Kind of going from Best Actress earlier, or if you said Pacino. You kind of.
It's the same. She's good in it. I'm trying to think of like some definitive scenes in it, but I don't think there is. Really, that go, oh wow, that was amazing acting, and I don't think there is. There's one bit where it goes like 0 to 100 real quick, and this kid's like earwigging on a conversation. I'm not going to spoil any of the storyline doing this, but is earwigging on a conversation. She comes out of the closet or wherever she's in having a private conversation. He like jumps up going, oh, and she goes, "You spying on me!" Slaps him, and then she's like, and then the kid's like, ah, and she's like, "Oh no!" It's just really weird.
Unnatural.
Like, yeah. It's like very like switch like that. He goes, "You spying on me!" Oh no, I've hurt you. Oh sorry. It's very weird. And Amy Adams for Vice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Really, she was Dick Cheney's husband, wife. Why?
Oh, mate, it's getting late.
You literally just said wife. Yeah, I know, husband.
I'm not listening to him.
Yeah, she's Dick Cheney's wife in it, and she's good. No, not Best Supporting Actress. I don't know out of this.
I kind of I disagree with that last bit. She definitely
really.
Played,
you think she would give it?
No, she definitely played his wife. No, I'm joking. No, but seriously, Amy Adams as an actress, I particularly don't like. That's Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman. I found it very irritating in them. But going to Vice, going to American Hustle, and there's another film. It was like the first film she did. There was
that Arrival, wasn't there, where she was the main character in that.
Yeah, again, I'm
with
not
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, I've not seen that. But going to a film, it's called Catch Me If You Can. She played with Leonardo DiCaprio again. She was really good in all three of them films. So again, she's definitely come a long way. Would I say she's again a great actress or on my top list? No, but supporting Christian Bale within that film, she did really well. So again, if she won it, I wouldn't be too mad. Again, one from Roma. I'm going to take your word from it. I don't want her to win just from that, and that's very critical of me.
Now, I'd say I don't know. They both were very similar. They both had their good moments, not their like outstanding moments, but their good moments. And I would say out of the two in Roma, I would pick the other woman, the Al Pacino woman, just because she had. There was like a disaster that happened in her life halfway through the film, and she had to go through almost like a mourning or like a grievance for the disaster. and not disaster. You'll know what I mean if I
Yeah.
watch it. I'm not going to spoil it by saying what it was
Yeah,
or
don't.
anything closer to disaster. I'm just going to say a turning point.
Okay.
That's probably better. A turning point in our life. So I'd say the change from how she was before the turning point to after, very good, very
Okay.
good. But I wouldn't say
It's Oscar.
anybody else wouldn't be able to do the same.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's reasonable. Obviously,
Um,
Rachel from The Favourite. She's a very good actress. She's been in good films, obviously, before. But again, I'm going to go straight to Emma Stone because obviously it's regarding the same film. Emma Stone for me is more of a superior actress or actor, again, not gender doing this. But obviously, Emma Stone's one of them where I first saw her in Superbad, and look at where she's gone from where she is now. She's just so, she is a fantastic actress. You know, the work that she's put in to every role that she's done is so good.
Mm.
So like I said, Rachel again, she's a very good actress as well. But regarding I can't say profession, but regarding to just kind of the class that Emma Stone brings, there is slight difference there, and I think Emma Stone does have that advantage. Now Regina King, again, I don't know too much of the film, so I can't comment on this. So I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to say anything on this just because I know absolutely nothing of it.
Regina King, she won a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress.
On this film?
On this film, yeah.
Okay.
She won the Golden Globe for it. But she didn't win the BAFTA, which was run by Rachel Weisz.
Was Emma Stone up for any of these nominations at all? Or?
She was up for nomination for it, yes, but she didn't get it. It was Rachel that got it.
I think Rachel could get it as well. I'm not gonna. I think I don't know. I think Emma Stone has it hard sometimes. I don't think she always gets it right. Like, you look at both Spider-Man films. I thought she was great in them. And
Yeah.
And like, even though the kind of films that they were, you know, you could tell that she put work into that role. But yeah, but again, next Sunday we'll see. And it is interesting.
I'm calling Rachel.
Yeah, I want to say Emma Stone, but
Emma Stone, didn't she win Oscar for La La Land?
No, yeah, but that was one that yes, she did, and then it got to Best Picture. Then they made the mistake, didn't they? The famous,
and it was
the famous blunder.
Moonlight instead, wasn't it?
Moonlight, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, she wins Best Actress when Leonardo DiCaprio was it.
So yeah, I'll say Rachel, but again, I won't kind of be surprised if Emma Stone won it as well.
Yeah. What's the next one we got, mate?
The next one we have is...
Well, actually, I've got them, haven't I? Best Director.
Best Director. I'm not going to lie, it's just totally shut me off.
That's right, I've done it, mate. Best Director, we've got Spike Lee, who was the director for BlacKkKlansman. We've got Adam McKay, which was the director for Vice.
Yeah.
We've got... Oh, I'm going to butcher your name again, mate. Why do you have hard names, man?
Do you want me to pronounce it?
Powell Pawliszkowski.
Close. Yeah, I think that's probably better than mine. I've gone Powell Pawlikowski. That's so pretty close.
Something like that. For Cold War. And Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. And why, man? Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Alston's that same thing.
The favourite for that. So I think I'm just going to go straight away. Alfonso for this.
Yeah. I know why you'd say that.
Just to back my point up. Oh wait, that's the wrong piece of paper. That's embarrassing, isn't it? So he won Best Director for both the Golden Globe and the BAFTAs.
Yeah, I can see this. I can see him winning that. Obviously, people are calling Roma a masterpiece. As soon as someone chucks that word into the mix, it's high up there to win it anyway.
Yeah.
Again, going from, and this is kind of going from everything you've told me. Director for me is everything, so it involves editing, story, cast. For me, it involves everything. So it would be nice, again, from what you've told me, to see Spike Lee win it, like the story that was told through his film's
Yeah,
director. I think you could kind of agree with how highly you rate that film.
I think yeah, I do. Yes, I maybe,
Would you
but I
agree with
think
that?
it was almost carried by the actors.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, obviously sometimes actors can make the film rather than
It was
direction.
it was a good film and very good storyline and everything like that. But there was nothing kind of editing wise or picture wise.
Cinematic.
Cinematography that was good. There was a specific scene
Mm.
in it where they're in the like Black Power meeting and there's they're singing they're doing like a song or I'm sure it's a song
Yeah,
and it's like zooming in on all like everyone's face in the room and they're all like either angry or happy in regards to what the guy's saying
right,
and stuff and that was really good but it was really contrasted the film.
right.
It was a big contrast to the film and it didn't fit.
Okay.
There's, I was, and it was right at the beginning of the film as well. It was like, you know, first like 20 minutes, I think.
Mm.
I was a bit like, hey, what's this about? And it's I suppose in Vice, it contrasts the film, with the cutaways, but this one doesn't fit at all for some reason. And I
Mm.
don't know why, but it just didn't fit for me. And it's a bit weird. So that's the reason. I liked what he did. I
Yeah.
loved what he did, and the cinematography of it. It didn't fit the film
Right. Okay.
from in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
No, was
uh,
less.
yeah, I don't think he'll win best director.
No.
It will hands down be Alfonso. Now, interesting fact about Alfonso: the Roma,
Mm.
the title of the film, it's based off the town that he lived in.
Mm. There you go.
It's literally like a film solely made by him basically, and it's all about his hometown.
Well, let,
That's what I got told today
uh, uh,
by one of my mates. So
uh,
that was quite interesting, and
uh,
that's why I enjoyed it maybe as more than I did just to see some insight into his
yeah.
life and his town. It's not none of the characters are based off of him or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
They're all separate. It's just the town and setting
I definitely,
that's
yeah, I
yeah.
definitely think obviously a director's masterpiece film. Like I said, obviously that's a word that's being chucked around for Roma. Is from any director, it definitely there's always inspiration there, and I think kind of the best films that a director makes is something that he can relate to so closely himself. But yeah, obviously again, kind of moving on with the people, the list of people we got. Obviously Adam McKay, for Vice. Again, it's going back to what I said earlier. I've never seen anything like this. So as a direction and director of the film, the editing and everything else, I thought it was just outstanding. Cinematography wise, I wouldn't say it was the best for me personally. The best cinematography film I've seen of 2019 so far, without a doubt, and I'll fight anyone on this, is maybe Queen of Scots for me. That's for the cinematography aspect. But going for directing, I did enjoy Vice and I did enjoy how that was directed. Again, Cold War, I can't say because I've not seen the film, so I'm not actually going to say anything on that. Alfonso, from the clips I've seen, and obviously using the black and white and everything else. Of course, it's always unique to see that, and obviously it is a Netflix kind of production, and taking something like that to make it in a big screen and making it that cinematic. It is a fantastic thing for a director to do.
It was black and white, yeah, but it was like a modern day black and white. It wasn't like really old fashioned.
Oh yeah, but
It had a
that's
lot
just
of color contrast.
yeah, but I think that's just kind of come down with technology and it and stuff
Yeah.
like a visual. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of visual. Even just getting that aspect from the trailer. There's one or two shots that I really didn't like. But again, it's hard to compare when you've not seen the film. And then again, regarding the favourite, I could definitely see why that's a high contender. The film's done so good, and again, there's a lot of shots in there as well. and even just the close up and kind of the angles they've got at the characters. Like, go back, look at the trailer and some of the angles they've got on. Again, go back to Emma Stone. It's just really good directorial kind of shot. It's a good vision. It's a good, it's a nice kind of visual aspect. So yeah, so that's me on best directors.
Yeah. Now, I think that's everything covered that we wanted to discuss. Obviously, we've got our live stream next Sunday where we will probably discuss the films in a little bit more depth, just because we will have more time. We're going to be there for 5 hours.
Hopefully, we would have seen a few more as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see Green Book and The Favourite before then, so I'll let you know of my definitive opinions then. Yeah. You're going to watch A Star Is Born, aren't you? Hopefully.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to watch. I definitely want to watch Favourite. I 100% want to watch Green Book. Star Is Born. I hope I will. I'm not sure again if I'll get time, but I do hope I will. But yeah. So hopefully I've got a lot to do.
Yeah, got a lot of films to watch, mate. But yeah, so that's all good, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you got to the end, praises to you, mate, because this has been a long one.
Yeah, like I said, it's an Oscar special. Yeah, well done if you've made it through to the end.
You know, if you've made it through to the end, yeah. One thing you need to do is hit the subscribe button. Obviously, it goes without saying. But I want you to leave a comment down below, because I'm going to recognise you and I'm going to give you something.
There you go.
I don't know what it is, but I'm going to give you something.
Obviously, next week we're going live. Our first live one. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. Obviously, our next podcast to come out is obviously our actor special, which is Casey Affleck. So tune in for that. And again, thanks. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah. What I'll give you is a shout out on the next podcast. How's that?
Yeah.
Is that a deal? Yeah, give a shout out.
And if you got a YouTube, we'll give you a sub for a sub.
Oh, that's really bad, isn't it?
You've won an LG TV.
Hey, don't say that, mate. They might like chase us up on that.
Yeah.
You're paying for that if they do. But yeah, no. Leave a comment down below, and we'll shout you out in the next one definitely, because you have been a real OG. But yeah, appreciate it. Anything further to say, Tyler?
No, mate. I'm happy with that. I think I've covered everything. Like I said, I just want to say thank you. I hope you're still enjoying it, guys. We enjoy making it. We enjoy kind of the conversation. Please feel free to kind of have a conversation with us. Like I said, hit that comments. Hit that subscribe button. And
you guys have got a key moment to have a little bit of conversation with us next Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll be going live at 12:30, I think, or maybe 12. We'll see what time. I think we're not going to go any earlier than 12:30, really.
No.
Because the Oscars start at 1. And we'll have a little bit of half an hour pre-drinks before the Oscars start.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into it. So yeah, 12:30, be on the channel. Be ready to join us.
Yeah.
Ask us any questions you have in regards to this podcast, any previous podcast, or any questions you have about life. We're willing to delve into our great lives.
Yeah. Tell us who you want to win. Maybe you disagree with every single thing that we've said. But again, we're interested. We want to hear your views.
If you do disagree with anything that I've said or Tyler has said, just know you're wrong. All right.
Yeah. Just know you won't get a shout out. No, I'm joking. We will.
But yeah, that's all right then.
Yeah, cool. Good. I'm done. Again, thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated.
We'll join us next Sunday. Join us next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday. Bye.